I'm wearing my hummus sweater. It's not blocked and you can see I still have something to do. Hello everyone, my name is Barbara and I'm a Polish girl who lives in Ireland and likes to knit. And today I'm going to tell you about some knitting I've done during the last week. You can find me on social media as Knitting I Love almost everywhere. Don't forget to check my Knitting I Love shop where I sell my pouches, keychains, tags for your finished objects. Don't forget that we have timestamps down below, so if you're interested and you want to skip something, don't afraid to do that. Obviously you can also speed things up over here, and don't afraid to use this on this side. An icon, when you click on it you will see speed word. If you click on it you'll notice that you can speed things up or slow things down. Check that out. So what I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to talk about Cal, what's off my needles, off my chest, what's on my needles, what's on my chest, giveaway, and eventually, hopefully, this episode I'll tell you about some new things in my shop. Fingers crossed. Let's start. Cows. And before I start recording, I actually picked stuff to give you guys. Don't afraid and go to Ravelry if you've never been there before. Go sign in to account. It's for free. You will have access to free patterns, to paid for patterns. You can browse it through and you can actually stay there for like 2-3 hours admiring someone else's designs. And in each design you can find a project tab and see how other people knitted. And also over there you can find a tab which is called groups or group. And once you click on it you can look for Knitting I Love. That would be our group, and you can find a thread that says knit a hat Cal. And if you're knitting, crocheting any hats you can enter them once. If you're knitting any of my patterns, I have some free patterns and paid for patterns. If you finish them, you can enter them twice. We're reaching now for 1,000 finished objects. When we get that number, I will draw a winner. I'm going to take a photo and post it on Instagram, so to inform people about this lovely Cal. If you know someone who's knitting a hat, don't forget to mention this Cal to them because they may want to enter, and more merrier. Okay, prices. So efficient. Anyway, so let's start with this beautiful bag. Isn't it cute? Lately I went to a knit night. And there were ladies who were knitting for, guess for who? For baby. For babies. So I was thinking that that'd be so cute. This is the back of it. We have this lovely fabric. It is so cute. So much fun. So much fun. Whoever has babies or are knitting for a baby, check this out. Handmade bags by Dan, and we'll put links down below, so check it out. The bag is from her shop and I'm putting and sneaking a keychain for your project bag. I found in my shop, I'm not selling them anymore, but I still have some DPN cozy with elastic bands. So I was thinking I'll put a nice set over here. So we have a DPN cozy, you can put your DPNs, or if you don't use your DPNs, you can put any hooks over here. And then a coaster. And this is Flower Power collection. On the coaster you have a gauge and millimeters and some felted tags. You can use them for your project, or you can use them for your progress keepers. And I was thinking what kind of yarn I would give. I have a pattern as for the potion hat, and I knitted a hat, and I could actually link a photo over here. And I knitted that hat for a 4-year-old, and I put a pattern for an adult and a child. And I knitted it with this beautiful blue. This beautiful blue. You can see on the screen. Artisan yarns. The color is Blueberry, and we have 60% wool, 20% alpaca, 20% nylon, 440 yards in 100 grams. Quite nice. And Mina, hi Mina from Knitting Expect, she actually knitted socks because it says it's perfect for socks. And then because it contains alpaca, she knitted a pair of socks for her husband and she put it to washing machine. And according to her first wash, nothing has happened to this yarn, so because it says that it is machine wash gentle. You see it? So check out Artisan Yarns. Sockpaka. I hope you love it. It's very squishy. It's very nice when you touch it, and the 4-year-old I gave it to, she enjoyed her hat. Although I had to show her that she has actually a flower on the top. Check this out. We have 645 finished objects. So next drawing will be from 601 to 1000 finished objects. Ah! Keep on knitting. Remember, my hats twice. Right, what's off my needles, what's off my chest? So now, if you're watching me for the first time, just to let you know that I not only do a podcast, so chatting about yarn and knitting on this channel, but also what I like to do a finished object videos, an unboxing, and something short and sweet. And you can check it out here on my podcast. I kind of remind you what I've done so far since my last podcast. I'll try to record every 2 weeks or even more often when I can. So those videos kind of let you know what I'm up to. So subscribe if you haven't done it, and like videos, you will see it more. I was wondering maybe one day I will record something like how I knit my socks and actually show you how I do it. We shall see how it goes. At the moment, as I told you, I just recorded one tutorial, one video, so go check it out, give me a thumbs up. It will motivate me to do a next one. I'm in the middle of recording the next one, but we shall see how it goes. I'll tell you in a sec, or maybe I'll tell you now. So in the last episode I showed you that I knitted 2 hats. When I do a tutorial, the last one was just knit hat, you can go on Ravelry and get free pattern, and also you can go on my knittingilove.com page, find hats, and you can find just knit hat at the moment over there, and you can download it directly from that website if you don't have an account on Ravelry. So you can do that too, just only with free patterns, my free patterns. So yeah, so I want to record a second one, which looks like this. Let's purl, because in the first I was showing you how to do a back loop cast on and knit stitch, and that's all you needed to do to knit just knit hat. I thought that the second one that I want to do, just to teach you how to do purl, a proper purl, not the one that I'm cheating, and long tail cast on. So I did this hat. I showed you before how I love it. And it's very bouncy. I love the yarn. I was looking what kind of yarn I would want to use for it for a while, and like okay with the price range. So I did this, and I wanted to make the same one, and I think slightly my gauge changed, although I showed you last time that the hat was very small. And maybe what I do, because I still have that video on my computer, I will put a photo when I was comparing those 2 hats together now, so you can check it, and now you can check it after blocking what has happened to this hat. So basically, you can see that it went longer. So now those 2 hats, they're knitted the same way, on the same needles, with the same yarn, different color, and the only difference now is well, the same thing also is here, that they are blocked. Basically how I block it, this one I think I may have put on a balloon, and this one I didn't, but the difference is I wore this hat and I haven't worn this. So I believe it may stretch in a while, although I can still say that this is slightly smaller than this one. The stitches hasn't bloomed yet, or it could be because, I can show you the difference. You see it? They're kind of fluffy and they're not yet, and I love that fluff because, as you can see, you can't see any foreheads over here, even though my hair are like this. And with this, you may see it. You may see it because even when I put a hand, and the difference is that it is stretched and it doesn't have that much bounce yet. Anyway, I'm going to knit another one because I think this one is going to be a gift knit. When I was recording, normally when I knit, I'm relaxed and I'm knitting. But because I was recording the tutorial, I was leaning forwards and the camera was on the side, so I couldn't have my needles in front of me. They were slightly on the side. I decided to do it in a different room because of the lighting, and that's why my gauge could have changed. So I want to knit another one because I have 2 skeins. So here are my 2 skeins. I call them Pink Rose. I love it so much. Actually, I did that because I wanted to keep this hat for myself and make a cowl with this. Wouldn't it be lovely? Ah. So now I'm going to knit another hat. Although this hat, I still have some leftovers somewhere, so we shall see how it goes. But I was thinking that I may put one into my shop. So if you're interested, because people said that they love this color and they would want to knit a hat with a bulky weight, so I may put it into my shop, or just message me because I may not be brave enough to do that. This is what we have over here. We're 65% wool and 35% alpaca. And the same thing happened with this hat, and it's the same height. So I'm going to keep it for a girl and for a boy. So now I'm going to knit another hat, and then I'm going to edit a video and post it and do everything. That way I will even be able to show you what's the difference in regards gauge or blocking. And yeah, what else I was up to is there was anything off my needle since then. Yes, it was. Actually, 2 things. So let's start with this sweater. I don't have a finished object video yet because this is not blocked. As you can see, some things are hanging here and there. And this is my Hummels sweater by Isabel Kramer. Beautiful. I will stand up for you. So we have this. So first things first, we have this beautiful yoke. And everything should be stockinette stitch and in the plain color, and you can check it out on the Ravelry project page or projects on the designs. Because I have only 3 skeins of this DK color and 1 skein on this beautiful maple leaf colorway, I wanted to use it all, and I did use it all. I'll show you what I have, what leftovers I have. But basically this looks like this. I know it's brave, but it's something different. I don't think anyone else will have it that way. There's no shaping over here, so you can see I have a little bit of fleur, but I don't mind. I love it. It's cozy. This is a colorway, Barbara colorway. This lovely chocolate brown, and the other one, as I mentioned, and this is by Wolf and Schaffer yarn, links down below. And then we have this lovely maple leaf colorway by Comer Yarns. I love the design. Everything is perfect. I knitted size small in DK yarn, even though the pattern tells you to use worsted. But my gauge, first I actually took the yarn, I did a gauge, and I was looking for a sweater that will fit that gauge. Obviously I was looking for DK sweaters because I did swatch with DK yarn, but it looks that I'm such a loose knitter that I could knit a worsted weight worsted weight sweater with a DK yarn. So you'll never know until you try yourself. And I picked small because you have measurements over there. And although I'm slimmer over here, my arms were bigger, and you have measurements for the bust, this area, and arms. And my arms are bigger than, so I had to kind of skip to a little bit higher. I could go, I think, even smaller than small. I don't know how it's called, extra small, I'm not sure, but yeah, I thought if I have something loose over here, you know, I don't think there's a problem with filling things in this area than losing stuff in this area. I love it so much, and I wanted to use every bit of it and make as long as I could. It doesn't roll for me when I'm wearing it. It slightly rolls when I have it off, but I still haven't blocked it, so now beautiful footage of my chest. I kept this lovely bag and it did motivate me. I'm using my keychains. I will show you more about my keychains at the end. So we have moss knit, we have sweater. So I had to knit on it and I did. What do we have over here? I use needles. I took one already for something else. I'm going to show you. I did take it again. I use 3.5 millimeters, which is US size 4, and over here we have 3 millimeters, which is US size 2.5, I think. I'm mixing things up sometimes. And over here I love using my pouches. You may notice that on Instagram. I can't live without them. I designed them for like my needs, and I'm so happy that you use them too. Lately I've recorded a short video on Instagram how I use them, how I wrap them. And I know I should do it on my website. I know, and I'm not saying I will, but I've tried. It's just knitting is my priority. How much brown I have left? So I have this swatch and that little bit. On that, it's all in the sweater. Now I knitted, oh yeah, I knitted one sleeve and I did another one. What about Chimera yarns? That's how much I have left, which means that I can do 1 or 2 stripes if I wanted to have a hat. I'll keep it. So if you're watching for the first time, here we have a label for the Barbara's colorway, that chocolate lovely brown color. And now on the screen you can read all the information you have in regards to this yarn. That it is a blue face Leicester. Pause if you need to. Chimera yarns and fiber. All information about this yarn, this lovely contrast color. Let's say it's yellowy, orangey, maple leaf. So overall I used 400 grams. And I know some of you were saying why not getting a few more skeins and do it the way it should be done. But I thought there'd be a little bit of an adventure, and I actually bought this yarn to knit a different pattern. So it's not that, you know, that I didn't plan that I need more for this pattern. It was, yeah, it was completely out of the blue. And I love it so much. It put me to use my creative ideas and do things differently, and I'm happy about it. Tell me, how do you like it? How do you like the yoke bit? I know everyone is knitting this sweater. So definitely check hashtag #HummelSweater. You find my sweater over there, but also other people's sweaters and different variations of colors. If you're thinking of knitting it and you don't know how to mix colors, you can definitely be inspired over there. You may have even something in your stash, so check it out. In the future finished object video, more about it. I'm going to block it and I'm going to put those 2 tags. So 2 tags, I'm going to put those 2 tags. One will be for square and then the other one will be bent. And the way I do it, I'll do it like this. Anyway, I'll show you when I'll do it, so stay tuned. Another finished object. Still don't have a video. I'm waiting for my test knitters to finish it. Some, I think, knitted this hat in 1 day. I did it in 2, but you know, it's not about. It's about how much time per day you can have. I can bet you that if you have a whole day, you can knit it in 1 day. So this is the one, and the yarn I got, it was an unboxing. I was showing you that in the last episode. I have some photos that I took on Instagram. I maybe squeeze them over here and you can see them now. Although I showed you a different hat last episode and I said I'm going to look for test knitters, my star hat, I think it's going to happen. But this kind of took it over. The yarn is amazing. The theme was rain. This colorway is raindrops. I'm going to show you how I look in it when I wear it. And I love this slouch, and this is worsted weight yarn, and I used 2 sizes of needles. One is 4 millimeters, other one is 5 millimeters. So I love it. I put a tag, different tags that I have. So they're made with fabric. So I have star over here, but if you flip it, I have a snowflake. And I call this hat River Flows because I wanted to go with a theme, and I looked at this color, and I think 3 episodes ago we were telling about on the last episode, no, in the last episode we had what kind of ritual you had every day. I remember that. But previous episode I was asking you about what is your connection with nature lately, and I told you that my one is a river, because I walk along the river and I see when it flows, when it goes down, when it comes down, how it looks when it's sunset, sunrise, and all those things, beautiful things that kind of inspires. And obviously every river has a beginning, and I was thinking to do something like that too, and you can see it. You can see it in this section that it flows like a delta. So yeah, this is the hat, and I love it so much. It, like I said, River Flows. And I was also looking to make sure that no one else has a name like that, and I came across a beautiful piano music, which is A River Flows in You, and I may leave a link down below over there for you to check it out. It's such a beautiful piece. Yeah, it just melted my heart. So that was another inspiration for me. Not only a colorway, a river, a rain, but also that amazing piece. So I hope you like it. My test knitters are almost finishing it, so hopefully soon I'm going to do a finished object video. So check that out. Check on my Instagram, follow me there, because when I publish it, I give 20% off for my pattern. Grab it if you can. Yay! Thank you so much for supporting this channel and my little shop. So if you're interested, check these tags, they're new ones. I hope to show you more at the end of the video, because there's a different, you can have a heart and a sheep, and you can have a snowflake and 3 hearts, and so on and so on. You can get them in this lovely lavender color, or you can get them in brown or grey, and yeah, just check them out. I think that's all what's on my needles. In the last episode, I was showing you this amazing bag, which I received from Devix Design, Vicky. So hi Vicky. And I have over here socks. We were picking yarn, remember? I went with the purple color, and I'm going to show you what it is and what I did with it. Okay, I do not know how to read it, so check the screen now. I know it's a Rico design, but this super bad. Okay, and we have over here 75% superwash wool and 25% polyamide. Color is 003, 002. And color is 002. And here I have it. I knit 2 at a time, and I put those 2 balls together so they don't go anywhere, and it's really a nice tuck. So I love those, what you call it? You're telling me now, I know. Skein coats. This is such a cute one with alpacas. And give me a sec, I actually got information. Wahoo. I can't find it. We had a conversation and I didn't take a print screen. Anyway, I'll check it for you next time. So I have them over here. The yarn looks like this. Beautiful purple. And I'm going to show you. I haven't taken a photo yet, so my bunny ears got longer. Someone commented that when I have my pouch, and they're sticking, they're like a bunny ears. So here they are. So what do I have over here? Over here I have my Silent Forest pouch, green. The needles, they're Hayahayas. I know, how come it's not a blue cord? Because they're interchangeable. You can get them in my shop, just pick your size. I have over here needles US size 1, which is 2.25 millimeters, and I love them. They people are asking me about, do they unscrew? Well, I have interchangeables, and I can tell you other ones, and they do not unscrew that much as the other ones I have. The whole thing is moving, which is not the screw. The screw and the joint are over here, between this piece and this piece. I think because I have been using them the second time, when I do this, you see everything moves. Not sure, now blurry focus on my face. But they do unscrew a bit. But that's, I think, with interchangeables, you have to check that. Although I do not have any issues with interchangeables in regards to knitting hats. I love them. I love these too, and especially because they have a pin cord. Ta-da! So what do I do over here? On the screen, maybe I'll show you. Hopefully I have a photo. If not, I'll have a really tiny one taken from my channel. I knitted socks and I wanted to create a pattern, and I basically let it go. Other project took my mind of those things, but few people have got in touch with me and they were asking me about the pattern. I was giving them like a bit of information how to knit it, and I figured out, because I got a few messages, I'll put it up and we will have a new design. I call it that time, and I think I stick with the name that I call these socks Love Song socks. And what we have over here, we have such a basic, very mindless pattern, which I adore. It's in the front, it's not in the back so much. Until my last bid, I actually started one, but it's up to a person. If you want to have it just on the front or connected to the back, you can do it whatever you want. I just was thinking that because I have those stripes over here, to join them, it will go here. So what I need to do, I need to write down a pattern, and the only pattern I have in regard to socks is my little wave socks. They're free pattern. It is a free pattern. So I love this, and I know few of you will love it too, and it would be really cool to have another pattern so I can gift. We can draw and gift on this channel, because that was my first idea in regards to designing patterns, to be able to share them with you and see how you knit them. So I hope you're going to love these. This is toe up, going up. I'm having over here 56 stitches overall, but this pattern can be knitted for any number of stitches you want, and I will tell you why in the pattern. So, and the other thing will be after thought heel. I'm going to photograph the way I do after thought heel and then include it into the pattern. I haven't done it with a toe, but I will have written instructions. Yeah, so that's that. So I think I'm going to finish them soon. Test knitters, if you're interested, go on my Instagram and wait for the photo. Because I can skip, I can be lost in another hat pattern, and instead of these socks would be something else, but that's my goal. Another thing that's on my needles, I was telling you in the last episode that I bought a pattern Dancing Palms shawl, I think. So in this beautiful bag that I received when I started podcasting from Cottage Number 9 on Instagram, check her out. This is her first bag that she ever done, so I treated even with a bigger, so this is even a bigger treasure. And she has amazing fabrics now, and she does loads of fun stuff, so check her out. I will leave a link to her Instagram down below. So we have a shawl. Now, okay, I showed you 2 pieces of yarn. Or maybe I skip over here because on Instagram I post over here. I did a bit. I started the pattern and I wasn't sure about colors. I was knitting it during the evening time and they were looking quite nice, but when I wanted to share them with you and take a photo and I put my lights on to kind of have a proper lighting, I was like, no they don't. Those colors, they're not my colors. And somehow, I don't know, with the river, have you seen my last finished object video with the beautiful shawl? Frozen Mystery one? I think I'm drawing towards kind of blue tones now. So I showed you this yarn, and I'm going to knit a hat for Seb. At least I'll try to do ribbing and I'll see how I feel it, because it has silk in it. We have a silk content over here. A bit, not much, I think 15%, but still. And it's hard to say what color it is. It's not blue, it's not green, it's something between. And then I decided not to use the yellow one, but to use this one. This is a Knit Picks. So you can see this is a Knit Picks in a lovely blue, very pale, but with speckled. And we have even a purple speckle over here. So here we have a label, Knit Picks. On the bottom you have written down Aquatic Speckle, that's the name. 80% Highland wool and 20% nylon. All the information now on the screen, so check them out. Stop if you want to. No, not nylon, polyamide. And with 100 gram we have 357 yards. So hopefully I have enough. Because I haven't checked that. I think you need less than 800 meters. The pattern tells you to use US size 6, which is 4 millimeters. I'm using 3.5. So actually, once I finish this beautiful sweater, I just take those needles straight away. So I don't know, I probably will be showing you, yeah, and needles I used, they're here, although I have a different project on them. So over here we have berry color, Silent Forest, knitting I love. You can see this is interchangeable needles too. And now we have a blue cable. So the only pink cable comes for a sock size tips and needles. So only in an interchangeable, I think, sets. And here what I have done so far. So let's unclip it and show you this beauty. Now, I've done already some personal touches. I already include some personal touches in it. You will not know where did I do it because I realized, I think after like maybe I'm guessing 5-6 rows, that I was doing something and I was doing something else. And I know it was bold in the pattern, but I haven't printed a pattern. I like to work from an app, but with this, no, the pattern tells you to repeat certain things certain times, then certain things certain times, and then certain things certain times, and that all has to be repeated certain times. So I had to do something like this and ticking things, and because I'm not using my phone, I wrote it down, and I like to have everything in one line. Like if it's a one row, I would like to have it in one row if I can. So I had to retype it, and I don't know, my writing is not the best, but I don't know, can you notice? Probably the designer can. Just to be aware when you're knitting it, because you're switching colors, that edge over here is flexible, and my one, as you can see, well, it's probably okay, but at the moment curves, and I'm not sure if that's the issue of my tension, like, you know, when you're wrapping a second yarn, or is it because I did something over here? No way you can see what I did. So, because I can't even find it, I was thinking to go down and do ninja knitting, but no. And as you can see, it gives you kind of more a summary. I see myself, yeah, the name Dancing Palms somewhere on the beach, waving this in the shawl. And oh, I forgot to tell you, the amazing designer is Justyna Lorkowska. So maybe on the screen I'm going to show you this lovely shawl, the way it should look when I finish. And yeah, I couldn't stop. Basically, I knitted that much, let's say in one evening. With the shawl, we just flip once. That's it. Ta-da! So I'm mixing a bit of a silk with a bit of a Highland wool. I've knitted with this yarn before, and I have a beautiful shawl, So Close shawl by Vicky. So maybe on the screen I'll show you the photo. And after using it, this yarn get fluffy. So I think, and this will not, because it includes silk together, they're probably beautiful. That's that. Yeah, so that's the only thing. So that's the only two things I have. Are you knitting any shawls now, or are you thinking of knitting any shawls? And what shawls you have in mind, write down below, because I want to see it. Don't forget to use #KnittingILove. Show me what you have on your needles or what you have finished too. Right, let's go to giveaway section. So in the last episode, I asked you to leave a comment if you want to take part in a giveaway to receive my lovely Whitfield hat pattern. Or was it any pattern you want? Let me know. I'll double check that. I think it was one of my patterns. So you can pick what you want. And I draw already a winner using random comment picker, and the winner is Tina. Congratulations, Tina. So on the screen you can see your name, and Tina is knitting a hat. No, Tina is ready to start to knit a hat, but she finished her first pair of socks. So woohoo! You need to tell us all about it. Write down below what size needles you use, what kind of yarn you use. Hashtag me, knitting I love. Show me what you've been up to. Today, because this is a 50 episode, I was thinking that I will give away 2 patterns to 1 lucky winner, which basically means that person can pick a pattern for themselves and another one also for themselves, or the second copy to someone else. You can do it too. I thought it would be a really brilliant idea because it makes you to think too. So yeah, so for this episode 50, I'm giving away 2 patterns. You can do with them whatever you want. Keep it for yourself, or you can share the second one with your friend. So now what you need to do, the same story, just write down the comment down below, because I love to listen to your comments and your opinions about things. Tell me what you think about my project. What do you think about my sweater? Do you think my stripes are too much? Because sometimes I think like that and sometimes I don't. And I think it's a cool idea. It's a little bit adventurous, a little bit different, and I like different, so yeah. But because I'm not the best to coming up with a theme or questions, I told you, this amazing book, and what I like to do, I like to randomly open it. Okay, and I open them here. We have 2 things, and which one I like the most? 42, a compliment you've received. A story that always makes you laugh. Oh my, which one to choose? Give me a sec. Okay, let's go a compliment that you've received, 42. Why? Because first things, when I read it, I got an impression like no one has said anything to me. And first thing we thought about, oh, you look nice, your hair nice, you know, and stuff like that. But then I got a second thought and I thought, you know what, I receive compliments all of the time. If you're not on Instagram, go and check it out, because and if you're a crafter or knitter or sewer or crocheter, go and post something of that, because the knitting yarn community overall, crocheting community, it's such a lovely community. And if you posting your project, even with my sweater, I'll tell you, most people will like it, will be amazed that I did it, and you know, you may not wear it yourself, but at the end of the day, it's a really nice piece, and you'll get some likes and hearts, and I think that's a compliment too. So even if you're not getting it, you can kind of force other people to do it. That's why I like Instagram, and that's why I love to go on Instagrams and follow your accounts and go on that hashtag knitting I love and see if you've posted, because believe me, it's not that many of people over there on that hashtag, but I'm going to everyone and I'll try to give a heart if it's a quick one, and or maybe come back and even write something down below, so you know that I've seen it and I really enjoy it, and you do amazing stuff. So I think that's that. That was my answer for a compliment you've received lately, and that will be most because I'm knitting and I finish things, and people are more kind of open to say nice things about the things that you do, or from perspective of creating, crafting, knitting. Yeah, that's my answer. And what is your answer? Okay, one more time. Pause the screen and write it down. And yeah, and I hear lovely stuff under the videos too. If you get a chance, go on someone's Instagram and write down something nice to them. I think that classifies as a comment. And when we smile and we share something good to others, I think it makes them to smile too more often, and they will share that love with others too. And I think that's the whole thing it's about, to be positive, and even in tough times, especially in tough times. Right, section shop. I need to prepare for that one. I've never done it properly and I want to do it the right way. Shop section. So I'm going to show, so first things first, I'm going to show you a few keychains. I've never done it, so this is my first time. So first things first, there are definitely more in my shop, so check it out. It's something that your project bag needs, and I think you need it too. You can use them on a zipper, or you can use them on the string bags too, and if you haven't seen how I use it, check my last episode. So, do you knit socks? Do you knit socks? Do you always have a sock on a go? I would suggest to get these. I have them in this lovely lavender color, but also in grey, café chocolate, and green. Or I know everyone lately is mad about mittens, and especially from Ellie. I've knit one pair and I use these, and I specially designed these. And as you can see, green color or grey color. Now, I also want to have at least one project on a go for Christmas, because we always wait till the last moment, and that's why I have this gift knitting. Now, if you're knitting for a baby or you're knitting a toy, you may need these. Or do you have to knit something? You must knit it. Finish it. You can check this. Ball of yarn. And if you're a hat lover like I am, I can't live without this one. On my keys, you can find these. My battery just died again. So hopefully it records. Please check knittingalove.com/keychains and you will get to the keychains straight away. Maybe I scoop over here and you will see photos of my tags, and you can find some of my tags in the shop which are felted. They're kind of thicker. So here they are, smaller ones. And lately I have a new one, which they're not felted, they're from material Alcantara. They're laser cut, people are asking me, laser cut. And I have a longer one like this one, you can fold it, and there are different things on them and different colors. And hopefully I'm showing them all now on the screen, so you can check it out. Something new, something fun, and let me know how do you like them? Would you want something else? Because basically this keychain was inspired by one Instagram viewer that she commented under one of my photos, and she said, oh, she would want to have one with must knit on it. So if you have any suggestions, I know it takes me a while to kind of fulfill them, because every batch that I order puts a strain on my wallet, let's say it that way. But I love them so much, and I hope you will love them too. It's so much fun thing to have them on your project bags, especially if you have few whips on a go. Okay, I think that's all. I hope you enjoyed this one. Stay tuned, new finished objects videos in a while. And Edinburgh Yarn Festival, I'm going there. It's such a stressful thing for me. We shall see how it goes. I hope you're going to enjoy it. I'm going to attend Thursday and Friday. We're going to use ferry, so in case you're in Belfast and you are using a ferry, you may spot me on a ferry. We're going to stay in the camping site because we're going to use my knitting wagon. I'm calling that our camper van. It's a knitting wagon. It's a lovely black van, so if you see something of it, that's us. So say hi to us, say hello. If I have some small tiny tags, maybe I'll bring them as sweets. I may not have all of them, but some. And if you've knitted any of my hats and you would want to show them to me over there, bring them. I'll be thrilled to see them. What else? Let me know down below. Are you coming? What days you're coming? I'll be there on Thursday and Friday, and we're going on Saturday to climb Ben Nevis, which is the highest mountain in Scotland. So that's our plan. We've done it. We went to Scotland. I was in Scotland for our honeymoon, but the weather was the best. Basically means that it rained all the time, and yeah, fun bit. So I can't wait. I'm not the person who would feel comfortable in big cities, so we'll see. Although I think I may forget myself, and that'll be it. Basically, we need to come outside of our boxes. As you may know, I just like to stay in home and knit, and the best thing to do. My husband likes to go hiking and drive, and that's fine too, because at the same time while he's driving I can knit. I can do a bit of car knitting. So yeah, I hope that's all. If you have any questions, let me know down below. You can always send me an email if you want me to with anything. You can send me an email with anything. My email is info@knittingilove.com, so check it out. I can tell you that I may be unboxing some yarn clubs in the future. We shall see how that goes. Or maybe I shouldn't say anything because jinx things. But that could be probably in April. Stay tuned, subscribe, write a comment down below if you want to take part in my giveaway 2 patterns, and let me know what you want to do with those 2 patterns. Would you want to keep one, or you would want to, yeah, I hope to see you next one. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Bye!